Okay, so let's get started now, and I'll brief you with some stocks that look good to me. First of all is Mahindra and Mahindra auto sector. Let's have a look at the Nifty Auto Index. That's the always go have a top down approach. So Nifty Auto, I think, has given a very good breakout. So auto sector is looking quite good. So we can have a look at Mahindra and Mahindra. Mahindra and Mahindra on the daily chart, you can see has given a very strong breakout, and there's a good volume on this breakout. It spent some time on this resistance and gave a fresh breakout. So tomorrow or whenever in the coming week, if Mahindra and Mahindra goes above day high, which is about 773, I would like to initiate long in Mahindra and Mahindra. So all these trade ideas that I'm giving are for your own as per my analysis. So if you take any of these trades, make sure you see your own risk rewards and consult your advisors. But these are some ideas that I will be executing in this coming week. So have it on your watch list. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So Mahindra and Mahindra has given a very good move. Now it's very important. So all these trade ideas that I'll share, it's very important where they open. So for example, tomorrow they open gap up, then the trade is gone. I hope you're understanding. It's very important where they open. The ideal would be a very small gap up, or flat, or maybe down. And when it breaks the high, then we take a trade. But if the markets are opening gap up, 2-3%, then the trade is gone. Then don't take the trade. I hope I am coming across in a very simple fashion. So Mahindra and Mahindra is one trade on the breakout side that we can trade. Another trade that looks quite good to me is Tata Consumer. You can see Tata Consumer is consolidating right now in a very tight range. At the range is established, it is on the bottom, it's about 590. On the top, it's about 615. So, or I would say 617. So whichever way Tata Consumer is breaking, more likely after the build up on the upside. So tomorrow, if it opens a little bit gap up and starts to move up, so above 615, 617, I would like to go long in the stock again. So again, please make sure if it opens 3-4% gap up, then the trade is gone. So I hope those points are clear. Another trade that looks very good to me is Marico. You can see what happened in Marico. We had a good ascending triangle breakout. Markets retested. Again, they came to this zone, and again they retested and again gave a fresh breakout. So even in Marico, if the markets are going to break day high, which is about 426 levels, I would again like to be a buyer in Marico. That's another stock. So FMCG looks good to me. Auto looks good to me, as well as IT look good to me. So I hope they open flat or a very small gap up, so we all can take advantage. Otherwise, the trades will be missed out. So these are some trades that you can take even for BTSTs. Another trade that looks good to me is Bajaj Auto. It's given you a tight range, and tomorrow looks like it's going to explode on the upside. Bajaj Auto, if it goes again above the day high, since it's established a very tight range above the day highs, again you can be a buyer on Bajaj Auto. The level comes up to approximately 35.50 round number. So above 35.50, we can be a buyer in Bajaj Auto. So see how we are talking about auto stocks and FMCG again and again. Let's talk about ITC then. ITC looks a good candidate on the short side. It's a good double top, that we are seeing on a daily chart in ITC. And ITC has been coming off weak on the daily chart. I think it's because of the restrictions and the change in the cigarette smoking age. I think it is now 21 from 18. So I'm not really aware of that, but a lot of people have been talking about that. So if ITC 200, I think is a very good round number. Even in the past, 200 has been a very, very strong level for ITC. So if ITC takes a support here, that's good enough. You can be a buyer in the market if you want, but I won't do that. My goal in ITC would be, if it goes below 200, I would like to take some short on ITC, and I can make some money in ITC that way. So this is about ITC. So if markets, let's say, cools off for some time, ITC can try to drag the markets down. It's a good double top, but it will get activated, I would say, below 200 levels. The volume in the selling side is also strong. So I'm not looking at it from a buying perspective. If we get a good candle of, like a hammer, bullish engulfing, then we might think. But right now, there is no signal to buy. Let's look at Cummins India. Cummins India gave a very good breakout. So this is regarded by some people as a diamond breakout. You can see something like that. It's a diamond kind of a breakout pattern that happened in Cummins India. And a fresh breakout happened. Now it's halting for a bit. So the move has already happened. But if, let's say, for some reason, Cummins India goes above, 650, it's a round number. If it goes above 650, it might happen tomorrow, might not happen tomorrow. You can be a buyer even in Cummins India. So if you're doing equity, that's good for you. But if you're doing options, I will always recommend go in the money. In the money is something where you can be very, very safe. Don't go to out the money. If you have less capital, don't play with options. Try to be always in the money. That way you can make a lot of money and not lose out on your money in options. Another trade that looks quite good to me is Hero. Hero MotoCorp has a strong resistance at 30 to 20 levels. And currently, after a good range consolidation, it's just broken out with good volume. So Hero MotoCorp can be another good trade. And it has, if it opens flat, it can give you a good momentum till 30 to 20 in the short term. And if these levels are broken, then even we can get 33.55 on the levels on the upside. So it looks very good to me as well for tomorrow or for the coming days. So I'm giving you a lot of stocks that look okay to me. Your job is to study these stocks. So some people might not find it comfortable to trade in Cummins. So you can chop it out and you can trade in Marico. So I would suggest you all to just go over the charts, see what stocks you're comfortable in and accordingly trade. Another stock that looks good to me is Manappuram. I think it's a very, very good candidate. And if financials go up tomorrow, this is something I will surely buy. So if you all see the charts right now, Manappuram Finance has a very, very strong resistance trend line coming in all the way from the start of the year. And it's currently halting at that trend line. So if the markets go above these highs of about 178 levels, something I will be very, very much interested in because you can get a very big momentum in Manappuram Finance. I think it is also in the financial service index. I'm not sure. I have to check about that. But Manappuram Finance looks very, very good only if it breaks this level. So have it in your watch list. Power Grid, another candidate, I'm already holding some longs. So I think the move has already happened. But if the move continues, if it opens flat, another move can also happen. So Power Grid is another candidate on the long side. And also HDFC Bank looks very good. HDFC Bank has been consolidating for a long time at this 1450 levels. And currently it's forming a build up at this level. So if markets are breaking out of this level, you can get a very, very good momentum. What is the target expected? You can expect a good target of about 70 to 80 to 90 points in HDFC Bank. This entire range will become the target on the upside. So these are a couple of stocks that I'll answer your questions, don't worry. These are a couple of stocks that I had the time to look into. But if you all have some stocks now, I'll just open your chat on my phone, and whichever stocks that you have, I will look into it, and accordingly we can analyze whether they are good opportunities for tomorrow or for the coming week. So I'll start with your doubts. I'm just opening my chat on the phone, so we don't have to keep on disrupting this video. Thank you. Okay, I think it's loading. So yeah, 1 second. Okay, so first of all, Sumit has some doubts about Petronet, BPCL, PVR. So PVR is in focus. Why? Because it has earnings. So let's have a look at Petronet and let's see if it's a good opportunity. So you make sure, guys, there are so many stocks involved in the market. So you have to make sure that you choose the right stock and don't get stuck in a stock that is not so good. So Petronet, okay. So Petronet, this is something I am really not interested in. The reason is it's given you one single shot movement. You can see what's happening right now from 240 levels. In one single shot, it has gone up. I am not saying it can't go up, but personally, something I will not trade tomorrow, even if it goes up. I will be interested in Petronet if markets tomorrow halt here, give an inside candle, and then break out on Tuesday. That's a time where I'll be interested, but not for tomorrow. So this is some discipline that I have. If it goes up, I will not trade. I want the markets to halt here and then go up. So please remember, we don't want to trade stocks which go up like this, whereas we want to trade stocks which establish a range and then trade out. So that would be a much better trade as per this, with regards to that. Another stock by Sumit is BPCL. Let's have a look at BPCL. Okay, so it's the same thing. So BPCL is also stuck right now at a very, very strong resistance. You can see it's very similar to what happened in your charts of Manappuram Finance. So we'll try to see what BPCL does here. I would personally like one daily close above this trend line. So I would have to wait for that on Tuesday. So whenever that happens, I would like to trade. Otherwise, I will not be trading. Again, as I said, I want a personal, some kind of a halt candle here and then breaking out. That would be very, very ideal. And I would personally take a trade. And yes, HDFC Bank is a build-up trade, Akash. You can trade that. Another chart is PVR. PVR is something I'm not interested in right now. The charts look okay to me, could give a move, but it's stuck in a very, see, the movement is not very good. It's very fragmented. Markets moved up, and then they have to halt somewhere. You can't expect the markets to go up in a single go. Please understand, these are 100, 200 net, crore turnover companies. They will not move up like that. Even if they do, they will fail like anything. So your job is to make sure they build up, stop for some time, and then break out. So that is one criteria I would say that I want from the markets going forward. Okay, IOC is another trade. Let's have a look at that, given by Gautam. So yeah, IOC again is at a strong resistance. So we have drawn a couple of levels, but I feel that these levels are currently not being respected. What the markets are respecting right now is the level of 96, or I would say 96 to 97 odd numbers is a very, very strong resistance, and we have seen multiple rejections from this zone. So my goal with IOC would be, so yeah, this is a very, very strong level. So my goal would be, let's try to pause here, let it break out for a while, and then we can actually see even 108, because there is some good gap over here of 4-5 rupees which can be filled in one go. So this level to break is quite crucial, and when it does, that's when I would like to take a trade. ONGC, let's have a look at ONGC. So same sector, not currently interested in. So you have to see how I am filtering trades. It takes me 2 minutes to understand whether the trade is good or not. So you remember something. Tomorrow you have to trade only 2 to 3 stocks, not 100 stocks. Don't overtrade. Currently, it's not so interesting. It's just moving in one single shot. If you need a good movement from ONGC, you need to let it pause here and then break. That is ideal. Otherwise, trade is not ideal. Try to choose better stocks for tomorrow, so you can hold on to this stock for some other day, but not for tomorrow. Yes, you can take positional calls, but I will suggest right now, don't do that, because currently Wipro has already given a 6% move, because all these companies were expecting really, really good results. And these information, you can see all these gaps are happening. They have already been discounted. So our job will not to take a trade, just for the sake of it. So I would always say, if you have a limited capital, try to understand the options first, because option is an easy money game. At the same time, you will lose money also very fast. You can lose the 100% capital in options. So it's very, very important that you respect that. So I will always suggest, take a trade in options by only on breakouts or on breakdowns, because that way you can get a good momentum fast, and accordingly you can exit intraday. What I will suggest for your group is to do only intraday trades right now, because markets will be volatile in this week and in the coming weeks, and we don't want any unexpected losses to come up. So keep that point in mind. Okay, let's talk about Infosys. Wipro looks okay. Yeah, Infosys has just given a move. So if it opens flat tomorrow for some reason, if you're lucky, it can again continue that move. But I think it will open gap up. The reason is because of TCS. So we have to see how markets will be respecting that. So I think Infosys is a good trade if it opens flat. It's just given you a good breakout. The volume is also good, but it should open flat. The earnings are on 13 January. So I think on Wednesday are the earnings. So someone can confirm that later. Abhiyant will let you know in the group. But if it opens flat, things will be okay on Infosys. But otherwise, if it opens gap up, then you will have to wait for some retracement before taking a trade. So don't blindly take a trade. See, Vijay, rally, what do you mean by rally? So tomorrow TCS chart can open gap up. Why? Fabulous numbers. So charts can open gap up. But as I said in the previous part 1 video, we will not be a buyer on TCS tomorrow, because it's already given a gap up. If it opens flat, we can think about it. But I don't think flat opening will happen, because it's going to open gap up. So we will not be interested in trading TCS tomorrow. Whatever had to be done has already been done. So try to wait for a pullback on TCS before entering, but not right now. Yes, Sahil, you can use Fibonacci in your intraday. It's very simple. Very simple example, ITC. Have a look at ITC chart. 15 minutes is something I like to trade. So as you saw, ITC, the structure was bearish. If you see this area over here, this is one trade that we took in our main mentorship community. Markets were in a good downtrend, and you were bearish on the stock. But after this point of time, the previous highs were broken on ITC. So we became bullish on the market. Structure underwent a change. So what we had to do from a sell on rise, we had to change on a buy on dip. So what is a dip? The Fibonacci numbers is going to help you to find a dip. Get your Fibonacci's out, take your lows, get your highs, and you can see exactly markets generally stop at 38.2%. So just to give you a general rule, 38.2% retracement, 50% retracement are good retracement levels where markets do halt. So if you're in a buy on dip stance, markets generally will halt at 38.2 or 50%. According to me, 61.8% retracement is a last line of defense for the bulls. So if you see the chart of FSL, this thing will become very clear. Let's have a look at the charts of FSL on a daily time frame. So if you see the chart of FSL, yeah, let's see this big move that has happened on FSL. You can take your lows, you can take your highs, and you can see exactly that the markets are halting at 38.2. So FSL can go down to here also or here, but that's one last line of defense. If markets are going below 61.8, that is a signal that markets for FSL are not looking very weak. But currently FSL is stuck between 38.2 and 23.6. The moment it breaks 105, it's going to give you a very big momentum on the upside once again. But currently, let's say if you have gone long on the market here, you can put your SLs for short-term trading below 38.2% retracement. Okay, let's talk about SBI. SBI Life. Okay, I'll talk about SBI Life, Bhavesh. And SBI Life it's given you some kind of a rejection from the higher levels. So I think SBI Life is in the financial service. So we will see some kind of inflows coming in tomorrow. We've already seen some good inflows on Friday, but we are at a very, very strong resistance. So let's try to see what has happened. So one good thing is that markets have given you a kind of a build up and then shot up. What I would like is only to buy SBI above 950 levels. Otherwise, I'm not really interested because we saw huge rejections from the higher levels for whatever reason they are, but they have come. So for me, I will only be interested to buy SBI Life above 950. Otherwise, I'm not really interested because of the huge rejections coming in. Coal India. So I had some good reviews about Coal India. So I'll just look at the charts. I haven't really looked at the charts right now. So Coal India has given a good range breakout. If you see this, Coal India was stuck in this range for quite some time. And finally, it broke out with huge volumes in from this range. So above day high tomorrow, because it's given a good breakout, because now this point over here is a strong resistance. And you can see exactly markets have been rejected. So tomorrow, if markets go above 141 in Coal India, I think we can be a buyer. I don't see any problem in that. We can get good targets on positional basis even till 145. So it looks okay to me. ICICI Prudential. Let's talk about that now. So ICICI Prudential again has given you a move, but I will not trade it. It's like a single shot move that's happened. I would be interested maybe somewhere at this point of time, but the move has been done now. We've already got good about 50 points from this breakout that's happened. So not something I'm looking to buy right now. So I'll be ignoring. Petronet I've already discussed. Bandhan Bank and Zee, I'll just discuss for you right now. Yeah, Bandhan Bank looks good. Bandhan Bank looks good. See what's happened in Bandhan Bank. It has given you a good higher low kind of formation and something we can call a double bottom also. So Bandhan Bank has a good resistance coming in at this level. So as soon as Bandhan Bank breaks 430, or 430 odd numbers, I think we can be a buyer in Bandhan Bank because good volumes have been creeping in Bandhan Bank, and this double bottom will be activated at that point of time. So we can be good buyers in Bandhan Bank above 430. Maybe tomorrow you want to wait for some time, but above 430 something, I will be interested in Bandhan Bank. Let's talk about Zee Entertainment. All right. So yeah, Zee Entertainment, again, similar scenario, getting good rejections from 238 levels. Let this level be broken because currently huge rejections are coming in. So we need to be careful. Volumes are good. Markets do want to go up for Zee. The media sector is in focus. So PVR and Zee will move hand in hand. I will be interested above 238 levels, but not right now, considering the huge rejections coming in even in the last month. So let's try for this level to break. Ideal would be let it build up and then break out. Ashok Leyland. So Ashok Leyland, not something I'm interested in right now. The move's already happened. If you wanted to buy, that was the time to buy. Volumes are reducing for some reason. So something not really I'm interested in right now. It is a bullish stock, whoever is in the trade. So I would suggest whoever is asking doubts, let me know, are you in the trade? Do you want to buy? Do you want to sell? Like that. Otherwise, I don't know what you want to say. So tomorrow, Bandhan Bank, I'm not interested. The better would be go with Hero Moto, Bajaj Auto, Mahindra in the same sector rather than Ashok. It's already given the move like Maruti. The move's already come. If it comes tomorrow, better to trade other stocks. Minda Industries. Okay. So this looks good. Now Minda looks very good, meaning that yes, Abhiyant, Nifty Auto has given a breakout. So Minda is stuck in a range. So the moment this range is broken, you have to be a buyer. Again, we are not looking to short because we had a very good breakout at 380. It's already been retested. So we are not looking to long the stock. My aim would be above 410 levels. We can try to go long. Any 15-minute closing above that level, we can go long because the range is established. So you can wait for that signal tomorrow. Godrej Consumer. So yeah, not really interested right now. Not right now. Let it break 760, then we are interested, but not right now. UPL. So UPL given a good move. It's filled the gap. Now this is one problem that I see. UPL gave a wonderful move, and when you all had to take a trade in UPL above 490, because above 490 there was a gap filling trade. Now what can happen tomorrow is that this gap can provide resistance and markets can maybe try to come back to 490. So we will observe what happens here. But as of now, I am not interested in UPL. Chart is bullish. We have got a good double bottom breakout. This means that UPL has this much more momentum to go. But does it give tomorrow or not? That's one question. So we will keep this stock in focus, but I will not be trading this stock tomorrow. I will see for further action what to do with this stock, because the gap filling trade has been done. We have got a one single shot momentum. So I would like for some cool off to happen, some kind of a pause candle and then breakout. That's something that I would like. Shri Cement. See, cement is in focus. Cement sector is doing very, very strong. Cement is in focus, so we can try to be. Shri has given a good breakout. So tomorrow, if Shri Cement is opening flat, I have no problem in going long on Shri Cements. I will be okay with Shri Cements tomorrow. I think the charts are looking good. Maruti and Eicher. We'll talk about that now. I think Maruti already gave a move on Friday, but we'll just have a quick discussion on Maruti. It's looking good. The one bad thing is that it's given a very, very big move on Friday. It's about 5.5%, 6%. So it doesn't mean it can't happen again. So I would suggest if you go long, it's a good breakout. It's a considerably well breakout. If it goes above 8052, you have to be a buyer in Maruti, but I will say reduce quantity because a very big momentum has happened. But don't go short. We will be buyer in Maruti. Eicher Motors. Just one second. My screen is being a little laid back. So I'll just, I hope these things are clear. Main thing is, guys, that you have to understand where the markets are opening. If already your profits are going overnight by giving you a big gap up, then we will not be interested. Otherwise, things will be okay. Ideal is always to open flat. Just one second. So let's talk about Eicher Motors now. Eicher Motors. So in Eicher Motor, same scenario like Maruti, be a buyer in the market, but reduce your quantity a little bit, but we will be buyers in Eicher Motor. Bajaj Finance. It's a good stock. Auto is good. Auto looks good. So Bajaj Finance has given you a range. It's given you a range. Let the range break somewhere, then we will trade. So right now we are not interested. Let the range break somewhere. Let it establish support or resistance, then we will trade. So not for today, not for tomorrow, I mean, but we will look at the stock in the coming days because eventually the range will break somewhere. Urja Global. Urja Global, I think you have bought for long term. So let's understand that. Urja Global. See, I have never traded in the stock, so I have no idea. I have no comments on Urja Global. See, I don't trade in operator-driven stocks or, these stocks are all about how the business is performing. So first of all, I have no idea about this business. Abhiyant, are you in the meeting? Do you have any views on this company? Because I have no view on this company. So I would recommend you consult your advisors. If you're doing long term on a penny stock, it's a penny stock. So, do your research, talk to your advisors, find out whether the business has some efficacy, whether the business model is good, will it sustain in the next couple of years, then have a discussion. Otherwise, it's a circuit stock. I don't have enough information to judge. Okay. Titan. Let's have a look at Titan. I'll just help you out for more 5, 10, 20 minutes, and then I'll be logging off. So if your stocks have been repeated, just don't keep messaging again and again on that stock. Okay. So Titan is okay. Nothing very interesting. I'm not really interested in Titan. Charts look okay, but not something I'm very interested in. Just Dial also, I've looked at the chart. Not really comfortable with the stock, to be honest. Not something I'm harmonious with. It's pausing for a while. So it's given you a breakout. It's pausing. So the moment it starts to break these highs of 760, you can be a buyer, but not right now. So Canara Bank, L&T Finance. Okay. Before I come to that, let me discuss Abhyant, some stocks Abhyant has given. Ambuja Cement, Abhyant, because Abhyant is quite active in the market. So I think these stocks will make a difference. Ambuja Cements. Ambuja Cement is a great stock, has given you the breakout. You can trade it tomorrow, be a buyer above day high. Ambuja looks okay. Bandhan, as I said, looks okay. Be a buyer in Bandhan Bank also. ACC Cements, let's look at ACC also. Cement sector is looking quite strong. Even ACC is doing very well. So the moment it starts to break day high, we can start to buy. Aggressive buying can happen only above this wick, providing some rejection. So above 1785, be aggressive buyer, and above the day high, you can try to buy in small quantity. Alchem Lab. Okay. Alchem Lab also looking good. It's given you a good something like an inverted head and shoulders. If you ask me on a long term basis, things are looking okay. I would say if it starts to break 30,090 levels, 3090 levels, we will get a good momentum in Alchem Lab. Considering the COVID-19 vaccine drive, pharma sector looks okay. IT sector looks okay, as well as auto and FMCG. So all the sectors are looking actually okay. Nifty Bank are looking strong. So don't unnecessarily short in the market. Be with the momentum, be with the trend. It will make much more sense. We have a lot of stocks to talk about. I've already talked about Snowman, so just listen to that video. Lot of stocks to talk about. Bharti Airtel. We'll come to all of these stocks. So what else? If I miss any of your stocks, see, I've talked about Mindan also. Don't keep on repeating. Doesn't make sense. BT, I am doing BTST on Power Grid. If you get Power Grid at a gap up tomorrow, it's advisable to exit at a gap up. Okay. So TVS Motor is another stock which Abhyant is talking about. So TVS Motor, let's have a look at that. So yes, all the auto stocks which have not yet broken out can break out tomorrow. So auto stocks are looking good. So if auto index is moving up tomorrow, if your auto stocks are breaking day high tomorrow, we can be a buyer in auto sector. The sector looks hot. Adani Enterprises. So I've given a view about auto stocks, so accordingly see. So Adani is given a good breakout, correct? It's given you a halt inside candle. If it gives you another candle, you can be a buyer, but not something I'm really interested in. So I've talked about some stocks in my video number 1. So look into those stocks. That will give you much more help. So yes, Rahul Yadav is also saying Coal India looks very good. So you all can try to buy and look at Coal India for tomorrow. Gland Pharma. So Gland Pharma for long term. Abhyant is bullish in our team on Gland Pharma. So I would suggest, Kanika, you have a word with Abhyant. Abhyant has given good bullish view on Gland Pharma, so he can guide you on that. On technicals, there is not much to look at, because technicals is all about looking at history and try to contemplating the future. So on technicals, there is no signal as of such, because I don't have data. But fundamentally, company looks okay. So we have given buy coverage. Abhyant, you can talk to Abhyant regarding that. Jubilant Food. Jubilant Food at a very strong resistance. So the moment it starts to break this, it will give you good inflows. So we can keep this again in watch list for tomorrow or in the coming days. Precam. Precision Cam. I've never heard of the company, but it's giving you a good retracement. It's given you a breakout. It's given you a retracement, so you can draw this kind of a trend line. And the moment you start to see some good volumes coming in, you start to see a good green bodied candle. that is a time where you can be a buyer in this company. So I would say avoid right now. Let this trend line that is being formed break out, and then we can be a buyer in this stock, not otherwise. Bharti Airtel. GMM, I am bullish. I will maintain bullish stance. Maybe on Wednesday, you will see more 100 quantities coming from my counter. Bharti Airtel. You will be alerted. Any trades that I will take, you will be alerted. I always do that. So it is Airtel is giving you, never look at a stock on 15 minutes. First, have a look at 1 day chart. See, is there anything interesting coming in? Then accordingly trade. So we have a good resistance in Airtel coming in at this price. So the moment this price is taken off, then we can see a good momentum. Otherwise, some kind of rejections will be coming in. So don't trade unnecessarily. Let these levels be broken. So not something I'm looking for tomorrow. Doesn't look so happy to me. Delta Corp, not yet. Don't buy Delta Corp right now. Let it give you the retracement. Delta Corp is giving you a retracement. Let it retrace, and then accordingly, there's a good support here. So Delta Corp has given you a poor structure, lower high structure, just like ITC. If these levels are broken, you can see a fall even till 140. So currently, don't trade Delta unnecessarily. Let's wait for some kind of pullback or some kind of a signal to take an entry. But as of now, there is no signal to buy in Delta. Okay, Sun TV. I'll just talk for 4 more minutes, and not yet. It's given you a good breakout, but because of this candle that's coming in, it really spoils my trade. So I'm not interested again. Because of this candle, my trade gets spoiled, because to be good, and it's a very, very strong volume candle. So I will not be going long, because to go long, I will have to break 540, currently at 527. So right now, I'm not really interested. IndusInd Bank. So IndusInd Bank has given you a breakout. It's given a retest also. So the moment it starts to break these highs by giving you a big candle, that's a moment we will try to enter, but not otherwise. India Bulls Housing. India, so this is one stock I'm not really interested in right now. You have to understand when you have to become interested. Yes, it's given you a breakout. Totally agree with that. But what's happened over here? So we don't want that to happen. Maybe markets again give you a gap up, so you can't trade. So my suggestion would be that to be careful on the stock. This is one stock which knows how to move a lot. If markets go up, this guy can really explode. If the markets go down, this guy can really explode on the downside. A lot of volumes are coming in this counter. We are getting good rejections here. So not some stock I'm interested in. Just make sure, you don't trade a stock like this. I'm telling you again and again. What you need to take a trade is some kind of a consolidation, and then let the range bring, but not right now. So just keep these points in mind. So we will stop over here right now. If you have any doubts, you can let us know in our WhatsApp group. You all are already in that community, and we can accordingly guide you. But overall, the view for tomorrow is bullish. Buy on dips. If the gap up is huge tomorrow, then you have to probably sit out tomorrow, because a lot of people will be booking their profits tomorrow. So keep these small points in mind, and accordingly we'll trade. Any important updates that are coming, we will update you on Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever it is. You will be updated. Any trades that we take as a community, you all will be updated. But try to focus on these couple of stocks that I've given you in the part 1. Probably there will be good winners in the coming session. That's it for now, guys. I will see you tomorrow in the live market. Thank you so much.